Canterbury Cathedral, one of the most visited sites in the country, a place that holds prestige over others, and one that has been around since 597 AD, when St Augustine was sent by Pope Gregory the Great to establish his seat in Canterbury. When anybody visits Canterbury, it is not uncommon for them to visit the cathedral, but what is it that makes the cathedral so appealing? The cathedral is, first and foremost, a place of worship. Its official title is the Cathedral and Metropolitical Church of Christ at Canterbury, a fact that is little known to those who come to see it. The cathedral serves as the seat of the Archbishop of Canterbury, and it is the mother church of the Anglican Communion. Before Henry VIII's Reformation during the 16th century, the cathedral was the place of worship for the Roman Catholic faith. Afterwards, the cathedral was used for the Church of England. Nowadays, it welcomes people of any faith to visit. The cathedral has not always been best known for being a place of worship. On the night of Tuesday the 29th of December, 1170, Archbishop Thomas Becket was murdered by the altar of the Virgin Mary in the cathedral's north transept by 4 knights who were said to be acting upon the instruction of King Henry II. The king's actual words have been lost to history, although it is believed he had said,
"Who will rid me of this turbulent priest?"
and the 4 knights in his company gave him the answer. In the 842 years since this event, it is thought that 1.4 billion pilgrims have made the long journey to visit St Thomas à Becket's tomb. One of the most famous stories of the pilgrimage is of course Geoffrey Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales. Chaucer intended to write over 100 poems, so that each of his pilgrims told 2 stories on their way to Canterbury and 2 stories on their way back to where they left from, which was the Tabard Inn in Southwark, London. Henry VIII ordered the destruction of St Thomas à Becket's tomb, which had already been moved several times before this. Now the only part that remains is the crown of Becket's skull, which is now buried in the Corona Tower, which was erected specifically to house the last remnant of him. Apart from the cathedral being a place of worship and a place that holds history within its walls, it is also one of the most visited places in the country because of its beauty as a building, with its astonishing architecture and meticulous details. Here are some facts and the thoughts and feelings on the architecture of the building from a tour guide and a student who studies architecture.
The architectural footprint of the building started by the Normans in 1070 and then extended later. Basically, the actual building itself, as you see it today, was finished around about 1220, and the footprint remains very much the same to this day.
One thing many people forget about Canterbury Cathedral is once it would have all been painted and coloured, but since the Reformation, if the people that sought to destroy anything of a previous time, they removed all the paintwork, they smashed the glass. Every window in the nave would have once been beautiful stained glass, all depicting various stories, and it would have been heavily sculpted and painted. Whereas nowadays, it's beautifully empty.
For such an intricate building to maintain its captivating appearance and qualities, a huge amount of restoration goes on all year round, for both the inside and the outside of the building. The Caen limestone bricks that shape the building lose their yellow colour and begin to darken with age. The workers spend much time replenishing the bricks to bring them back to their former glory. It costs £15,000 a day to keep the cathedral going, and to fund the restoration projects they have planned, they need to raise £50 million. The cathedral does not receive any funds from the government or state, so relies on the money people donate, the entrance fees they pay, and whatever money is spent in the gift shops. Despite all these facts, this particular site still has secrets being uncovered, which makes us wonder, how much do we really know about this historical place?